Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Ubaidillah. I will explain about lesson plan or RPP. The first, I choose school SMP, junior high school. The subject English class or semester class 7, semester 1. Topic descriptive text or person. This is or giving and asking for information related to the name of the day, month, time of day, time in the form of numbers, date, and year. Time allocation to meetings to spare 45 minutes. First A, kompetensi inti. I choose in K13 level. Number one, menghargai dan menghayati ajaran agama yang dianutnya, menghargai dan menghayati perilaku jujur, disiplin, tanggung jawab, peduli. Santun, percaya diri dalam berinteraksi secara efektif dengan lingkungan sosial dan alam dalam jangkauan pergaulan keberadaannya. Bersih, memahami pengetahuan aktual, konseptual, dan prosedural. Berdasarkan rasa ingin tahunya tentang ilmu pengetahuan, teknologi, seni budaya, terkait fenomena yang dan kejadian tanpa mata. Number 4, mencoba mengolah dan menyaji dalam ranah konkret, menggunakan mengurai, merangkai, memodifikasi, dan membuat. Dan ranah abstrak, menulis, membaca, menghitung, menggambar, dan mengarang sesuai dengan yang dipelajari di sekolah dan sumber lain yang sama dalam sudut pandang atau teori. B. Kompetensi dasar and indikator. Pencapaian kompetensi. Kompetensi dasar mengidentifikasi fungsi sosial, struktur teks, dan unsur kebahasaan interaksi transaksional lisan dan tulis yang melibatkan tindakan dan memberi informasi terkait nama, hari, bulan, waktu dalam waktu, bentuk angka, tanggal, tahun sesuai dengan konteks penggunaannya. Menyusun teks interaksi transaksional lisan dan tulis sangat pendek, sederhana, yang melibatkan tindakan memberi dan meminta informasi terkait nama, hari, bulan, nama waktu dalam hari, waktu dalam bentuk angka, tanggal, dan tahun dalam fungsi struktur sosial, struktur teks, dan unsur bahasan yang benar dan sesuai konteks. Indikator, first, menulis angka kardinal. Menulis nama waktu dalam hari dengan percaya diri. Menulis nama waktu dalam angka dengan percaya diri. Dan menyusun agenda harian berdasarkan waktu dengan sikap kemandirian dan kedisiplinan. Mengkomunikasikan agenda harian yang telah disusun dengan percaya diri. C. Learning objective. After being given video show and PowerPoint through a group, student can write cardinal numbers, write the name of the time of day, confidently through a group, write the name of the time in number. Learners can arrange daily agenda, independence and discipline. Communicate the daily agenda that has been prepared confidently through a group. The learning materials. Social function mentioned are as the time of situation, event, activity, the structure, starting and responding, expected or unexpected. Linguistic feature, statement and question relate to the day, month, name of the time of day, time in the form of numbers, date and year, ordinal numbers, with to indicate the date oral among others, the first, the second, the 23rd, 31st of May. Next, ordinal number with the for the date right. Among others, 1 to 23, time oral at 1, at 2:15, 18 to 7. Time right. 01 and 1 o'clock. 1 o'clock. The article refers to the time of day, in the morning, in the afternoon, preposition for in, month, year, time of day, on, day and date, at, hour, at noon, at night. Speech, stress, intonation, spelling, punctuation, and handwriting. Topic, time of even even activities related to life at school, home, and the environment around student that can foster the behavior content in KI. Metode pembelajaran. Approach scientific method or strategy, discover learning, and use problem-based learning. Technique, question and answer, interviews, and discussion. Learning media, a group worksheet or student worksheet using Google Form and assessment sheet. Tools, smartphone, Android, internet, and laptop. Learning source, 20 and 30 curriculum supporting books for English subjects when English rings the bell class. 7. Ministry of Education and Culture, 20 and 16 vision ebook and the internet. Teaching learning activities to take introduction, 50 minutes. Teacher give orientation, perception, motivation, starting objective. And main activity, 60 minutes. Learning method, techniques, literacy, critical thinking, collaboration, communication, and creativity. And closing, 50 minutes. Student affect the implementation of learning and what lesson they get after learning about the topic, telling and make a summary with the guidance of the teacher about important things that rise in the new learning activities carried out through the group. Teacher do an assessment, give assignment to student or PR, uh, and remind them study which will be discussed at the next meeting and prepare for the final test or evaluation at the next meeting. And closing the teaching and learning activities by praying through the WA group. Assessment number 1, effective observation. The observation assessment is based on observing the attitudes and behaviors of students on a daily basis, but related to the learning process in general. Learning observation were made by the teacher. The following is an example of an attitude assessment instrument. Student name, assessment behavior aspect, total score, attitude score, and value code. Description, CO, H, R, and DS. Corporate, honesty, responsible, and discipline. This is not behavior aspect or rest assessed with the following criteria. 100, very good. 25, 75, good. And 50, enough. And 25, less. Number 2, maximum score, number of attitude assessed multiplied by number criteria 100. And for 400 attitude score, total score divided by the number of attitude assessed. For code and value 125, very good. 20.1 good. 25.1, 50.1 good. 25.1 enough. And 20 less. The above formula can be changed according to the behavioral aspect you want to assess. Self-assessment as the learning center shift from teacher to student. Students are given the opportunity to assess their own abilities. However, so that the assessment remain objective, the teacher should first explain the purpose of this self-assessment, determine the competencies to be assessed, then determine the assessment criteria to be used, and formulate the assessment format. The following is an example of an assessment format. Statement, yes or and no, total score, attitude score, and value good. Assessment score, yes, 100, and no, 50. Maximum score, attitude score, and peer assessment. This assessment is done by asking students to rate their own friends. As with the assessment, the teacher should have explained the purpose, objective of the assessment, met assessment criteria, and also determine of the format of the assessment. The following is an example of a peer assessment format. Observer name and observer. Statement, yes, no, total score, good, score, value, good. Notes, number one, assessment score, yes, 100, and no, 50. For positive statement, while for negative statement, yes, 50, and no, 100. Maximum score, attitude score, good, value, predicate. Very good, good, enough, and less. Cognitive, this is aspect, criteria, and score for cognitive. Number one, communicative purpose. Number two, the coherence of the text, vocabulary, choice or diction. Number four, grammar option. Psychomotor. Number three, psychomotor. A, presentation or monologues. Student's name and class. Red aspect, good and not good enough. Red aspect, presentation, organization, introduction, content, and conclusion. Presentation content, coherence and fluency of language, saying, grammar, vocabulary. Number five, presentation, looks, facial expression, body language. Description, good, score 2, and not good, got a score of 1. Rubric, performance assessment activity, doing observation criteria, number one, limited, number two, satisfactory, and number three, proficient. Activity, doing observation, role play, simulation, presentation, and doing monologue. Description, experience, score 3. Satisfactory gets a score 2 and limited score 1. Ability assessment, writing, aspect criteria, score 1 to 5 and score 1 to 4. As aspect of authenticity of writing, suitability of the content with the title, the coherence of text, vocabulary choice, grammar choice, vocabulary writing, and writing neatness. Ability assessment, speaking skill, that aspect, criteria, score 1 to 5, score 1 to 4. That aspect pronunciation, intonation, fluency, and accuracy. Rating score uh, from the alphabet, very good, good, enough, and less. Number range, very good is 86 to 100, good 71 to 85, enough 56 to 70, and less 55. Enrichment for students who have reached the learning target before the allotted time ends. Enrichment activities need to be given for students who have not reached the learning target in the allotted time. Remedial activities need to be given. And G, and last G, appendix of material. Appendix 1, knowledge assessment, student worksheet. And this is section A, example like this. And section B, fill the blanks using suitable words. In section C, answer the following question. And skill assessment, practical assessment format, English class 7, material, cardinal numbers, and time. This is the example. Instruction, write and tell about your daily routines and draw the clocks showing in it in a video or voice note or record then share in WA. This is the example. Get up, take a bath. You can add other activities, draw their times. Okay, maybe that's all from me about the lesson plan in junior high school. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.